Hello, everybody. We are back with Microsoft Flight Sim, the 787 Take 2. First time I did this, I was untrained. Now, I don't have any excuses. I've got a type rating. So we'll see how this works out and see if it's realistic, talk about the differences, go through startup procedures. Views are my own, don't represent any company. And this is just for entertainment purposes. It's not training.
Mavair 69er Heavy. Contact Kennedy Tower 123.9er. Have a good one.
Over to Tower 123.9er. Mavair 69er Heavy.
All right.
69er Heavy. Ready for departure. Runway 22 left.
MCP VSD ND.
Mavair 69er Heavy. Kennedy Tower. Wind 155 at 6. Fly heading 220. Runway 22 left. Cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 220. Runway 22 left. Cleared for takeoff. Mavair 69er Heavy.
All right. MCP VSD ND is checked for runway 22 left. We're on a heading now. And then flying to 4,000. So we're good. We'll chime them. Let them know. Okay, we're clear for takeoff, so all the lights are coming on. We've chimed them. And we're going to run up. Toga. And then the old captain will say thrust set. Or sorry, the pilot monitoring, which I guess is the FO since I'm sitting over here. He'd say 80, checked. Puts it in throttle hold. Oof. Our crosswind controls in a little bit. Oh, we don't rotate. Positive rate.
Mavair 69er Heavy. Reset transponder. Squawk 2654.
2654 in the box. Mavair 69er Heavy.
There's autopilot on. Are we squawking 2654? Nope, something changed it.
Mavair 69er Heavy. Contact New York departure.
Contact New York departure.
Flaps 1.
69er Heavy. Have a good one. New York. Mavair 69er Heavy. Good day.
Flaps up after takeoff checklist.
Mavair 69er Heavy. New York departure. Radar contact. Climb and maintain 10,000. Altimeter 3018.
Climb and maintain 10,000. Altimeter 3018. Mavair 69er Heavy.
Mavair 69er Heavy. Turn left. Heading 060. Expect further clearance in about 18 miles.
Turn left. Heading 060. Mavair 69er Heavy.
That's good because we're avoiding that weather. So yeah, kind of dumb on that runway. I don't know why Microsoft Flight Sim does that. Real life, you get TPSs, you talk to them. There's a whole thing. I mean, you wouldn't accept that. I just don't know how to make them change it. All right, gears up. After takeoff checklist, I'm gonna do it myself. No. Okay, what? Yeah, auto brakes are off. APU's off. Anti-ice is still auto. Yep.
Maver 69er Heavy. Contact New York Center 121.125.
Contact New York Center 121.125. Mav 69er Heavy. Have a good one.
Have a one that is good.
New York Center, Mav 69er Heavy. Good day. Out of 7,800 for 10,000.
Mav 69er Heavy. New York Center. Climb and maintain flight level 190.
19.
Climb and maintain flight level 190. Mav 69er Heavy.
All right, 19 set. I miss my VSD now. All right, so it's hit 10, so we're going to go ahead and chime the old flight attendants. No tail strike this time. So you got that going for us. It leveled off a little bit to get to 310.
Mav 69er Heavy. Turn left, heading 035.
Turn left, heading 035. Mav 69er Heavy.
035, we're in heading select. Probably gonna, my guess is go to G-pole. Or news. Probably news. What do you think? My guess is news. Either that or they're just going to vector us around. Our cruise altitude's 190? I got. We filed pretty low.
Mav 69er Heavy. Request new cruise altitude.
Yeah, you should give me the option.
Mav 69er Heavy. Clear direct Rolf. Resumo navigation.
What?
Clear direct Rolf. Resumo navigation. Mav 69er Heavy.
All right, how you like Rolf?
Aircraft calling for new altitude.
809.
Execute.
Mav 69er Heavy.
Mav 69er Heavy. Roger. Say new altitude.
Altitude.
Let's go. We're east.
Request flight level 210. Mav 69er Heavy.
We got to clean this up. Why is it?
Mav 69er Heavy. Confirm new
Holy crap.
altitude, flight level 210.
0.
Yes.
Affirmative. Mav 69er Heavy.
That's about realistic.
Mav 69er Heavy. Roger. New cruise altitude flight level
10.
210.
All right, that should.
Mav 69er Heavy. Contact Boston
Victor Woods.
2.3. See you.
Let's see.
Contact Boston Center. Mav 69er Heavy. Have a good one. Boston Center. Mav 69er Heavy. Climbing 16,700 for flight level 190.
Mav 69er Heavy, Boston Center,
Climb and maintain flight level from day 10.
I see 21.
Maintain flight level 210.
All right.
Nav Air 69er.
Transition standard. Turn the lights off. Leave the strobe on. I don't know why it's not. Go direct, Ralph. All right, what is the... See if we could figure out what Boston's doing right now. If it's based off the real world, let's see. Boston is landing ILS 22 left.
How?
We'll put that in there just in case.
Nav Air 69er Heavy. Boston Center.
Ignite one in the hill.
Runway 22 left. Wounds 2. Runway 22 left. Nav Air 69er Heavy.
All right, well, we got a different star. Wounds 2. 22 left. What is it having so much trouble going to Ralph? 20 for 21. This is weird. It didn't delete the points. All right. This should have gotten rid of this waypoint because there's no... I don't know why it kept it. But, all right. So we got 22 left. Make sure arrival. Wounds 2, ILS 22 left. ILS 22 left. 1700 Vocus. We're going to set 216.
Hey, now I got that center 1 day wait doing what in some super some nothing.
Boston Center 128.1. Nav Air 69er Heavy. Boston Center. Nav Air 69er Heavy. Flight level 210.
Not Air 69er Heavy. Boston Center, roger.
All right, 216. We're going direct. Ralph. So let's go index. Yeah, init ref. We'll do flaps 30. Brakes 3. $2,500 to the west. Standard landing assessment. 22 left at Boston is 10,000 feet. We'll go brakes 3. All right, well, there's cruise tasks for us. Obviously, it's not here. This is all customizable, so that makes sense that it wouldn't work. Let's see. We'll get to a decent checklist here in a minute. Can't do a non-normal. Oh, man, you miss half the fun. All right, we're direct Norwich.
Boston Center. Nav Air 69er Heavy. Flight level 210.
Not Air 69er Heavy. Boston Center, roger.
Let's put 11,000 at Jewett at 250. So, because that's an expect.
Nav Air 69er Heavy. Ready for descent.
optimistic.
69er Heavy after Norwich. Cleared via wounds 2.
Ew.
Pilot's discretion descend and maintain
White jerks.
13,000.
The
Logan
airport
Airport
landing
landing
Berkeley
runway
predicts
22
you.
left. Altimeter 3015.
After Norwich, cleared via wounds 2. Pilot's discretion descend and maintain 13,000. Logan Airport landing runway 22 left. Altimeter 3015. Navigator 69er Heavy.
All right, well, then we'll change that to 130. After Norwich. Yeah, that's not going to work. Because the distance between Norwich... We'll just have to flight level change it. I don't need that. Station data. How come that doesn't work? All right, well, they didn't give us a restriction at there, so we can get rid of that altogether. Because we don't need it. But on the chart, it says expect Jewett 250 at 11 into Boston. And this wounds 2 arrival is not applicable to us. This is for props. Applicable to props? No. Note 1. I don't think we'd be on the wounds 2. All right, well, let's get down.
Yeah, right.
I feel like they're trying to screw us here. Yeah, this says applicable to props landing Logan International and all aircraft landing Norwood Memorial. That's not us. We should be on the Norwich, which is what I filed. All right, lights coming back on. Again, all this would be pilot monitoring stuff, not the pilot flying. So you got recall, nothing, that's good. Auto brakes, where'd my auto brakes go? Let's see, make sure that didn't go. All right, so what would we have done? We would do landing lights, seatbelt selector, recall notes, landing data, auto brake, arrival briefing, terrain display, VSD. It doesn't look like there's any weather, so we'll go back to terrain on my side. And altimeter 3015 set and cross check.
Navigator 69er Heavy. Descend and maintain 6,000. Altimeter 3015.
High end.
Descend and maintain 6,000. Altimeter
Big scope of the
3015.
plane.
Navigator 69er
Better it.
Heavy.
I'm tired.
Navigator 69er Heavy. Contact Boston approach 133.
Deeply out.
Contact Boston approach.
Shit.
Navigator 69er Heavy.
All right, down to 6,000. We're slowing before we start down.
Boston, Naviair 69er Heavy, 14,500 with information Alpha.
Naviair 69er Heavy, Boston approach, altimeter 3015, expect the visual approach.
Approach runway
2 left.
Altimeter 3015,
You base-
expect the visual approach runway 22
back.
left. Naviair 69er Heavy.
Naviair 69er Heavy, leave wounds heading 050. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 22 left.
Leave wounds
Then-
heading 050. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 22 left. Naviair 69er Heavy.
All right, we're leaving wounds. It's
Naviair 69er
Yeah.
Heavy, fly present heading, descend and maintain 2,200
Roger.
vectors for the approach. Expect further clearance in about 37 miles.
Fly present heading. Descend and maintain 2,200. Naviair 69er Heavy.
2,200, and I'm going to extend off of Vocus. And that should be 219. Let's see here. 215. All right, Vocus. What? Not that crap again. Doesn't work like that. ILS 22 left. Yeah, that's a DCI or Microsoft Flight Sim as well. All right, there's 10. Should have done the flight attendants prepare for landing. ILS 22 left. Execute. I'm not going to extend because apparently this thing is not smart enough to do that. Let's get down.
Now,
Let's go flaps 1. It's a speed verified. Yeah, that works. Cool. Already identified ILQ in 215, so we're good. I got the field in sight.
now,
Naviair 69er Heavy, turn left, heading 035.
Thank you.
there was lift.
Heading 035. Naviair 69er Heavy.
Flaps 5. The hell's the problem here with you? I don't know what.
Naviair 69er Heavy, turn right, heading 105. Intercept the 22 left localizer. Descend and maintain
What down?
1000.
I think we're getting.
Heading 105. Intercept Intercept the 22 left localizer. Descend and maintain 1000. Nav Air 69er Heavy.
We might be a little low. Dude, that's some short-ass vectors. Jeez Louise. Unable. What in the world? Why? Where's it going? 300 knots? All right, it's become self-aware.
Like that.
Why? Oh, we already crossed final. Let's see if it'll let me talk. Mavic 69 Heavy, request ILS 22 left.
Nav 69
They're
Heavy.
heavy. We're
Request not understood.
Bang on. Yep. Okay.
All right, this thing is now fully self-aware.
Have them.
Are we turning the auto throttles off? Why? I don't understand why it...
There. That is 600.
Heavy. Can you give me a heading to my next fix?
Nav 69er Heavy. Descend and maintain
One down.
1000.
Descend and maintain 1000. Nav Air 69er Heavy.
All right, there's 250. We've oversped all the things. Maintenance is going to be pissed. We're out of that. Why I did that? Nope. Nope. Stop, stop, stop. All right, I guess we're just going to have to fly the throttles. Because I don't know why, but that's not realistic.
Nav Air 69er
Later
Heavy.
end.
Can you give me a heading to my next fix?
Nav 69er Heavy.
Happens.
Descend and maintain
What down, Ben? Jump on us and
Maintain 1000. Nav Air 69er
I
Heavy.
think that's a little low. Just turn it off and fly.
man.
Nav Air 69er Heavy. Request direct to fix.
Nav 69er Heavy. Roger. Stay fix name.
I want the approach. None of these are on there.
Nav 69er Heavy. Roger. Stay fix name.
I don't know. Never mind.
Request direct to Norwich. Nav Air 69er Heavy.
Oh, no, that's not where we want to go.
Nav 69er Heavy. Norwich is
Here we
being
go.
unable direct.
You know what? It.
Nav 69er Heavy. Airport is at your 11 o'clock 28 miles.
Hell.
Report the field in sight.
Good sun was 19. You didn't get the crater heading. The diesel we did get loud and goes to I didn't. You take that cloud.
Nav Air 69er
Yeah.
Heavy.
Let's
So, interesting enough, it changed my heading select to 215 when I hit the approach arm, It doesn't do that in the airplane until it actually captures the localizer. Let's go gear down. It's a little early, but given everything that's gone on, I would rather be conservative. Laps 20. It's way twitchier than the real airplane. Also, I'm using a one-wing F-16 stick, so that could be why too. About 10 knots slow.
Look, Matt.
Slow captured. We're back on speed.
Mavic 69er Heavy. Contact Boston
Yeah,
Tower
what?
128.8.
Looking up.
Contact Tower 128.8. Mavic 69er Heavy. Take care. Boston
Come
Tower.
on.
Mavic 69er Heavy. Visual runway 22 left.
Mavic 69er Heavy. Boston
Get downward.
Continue.
Wilco. Mavic 69er Heavy.
Intercept from here. You definitely wouldn't be flying like this, that's for sure. Auto throttles usually don't go self-aware like that. And the autopilot does a good job of keeping it in check. See what it would do if we turn it back on. Oh, now it's working. I have to watch it. Interestingly enough, you can't hear in the cockpit like this. It's not that noisy. See, now it's letting the speed decay. Yeah, the auto throttles are so much better in real life. All right, glides.
Wind 225 at 12.
Well, we did it.
Left cleared
To land.
Runway 22 left, cleared to
Yeah.
land. Mavic 69er Heavy.
All right, we're not doing the auto throttles because they're doing their own thing. And really, in real life, the jet is so smooth, you can pretty much fly it just with trim. Stable. Glide slip capture. Set miss approach altitude. Why is it? Jeez Louise. Almost wind shear like right here. Stable target sync, or stable target +5. Sync 800. That's a pilot monitoring call. So we're all over the place with this speed. Not a huge fan of that. Yeah, continuing. Deployed. Oh, bye. Jesus, why? Reversers didn't do a whole lot for us. All the way to the end.
Maverick 69er heavy.
Yeah, probably not.
Left at Mike. Nav Air 69er heavy.
Maverick 69er heavy.
Contact ground 121.9er.
Ground 121.9er. Nav Air 69er heavy.
So I don't know why the thrust reversers did what they did, if at all. That's kind of wonky. But we didn't go in the water, so that's good.
Nav Air 69er heavy. Request taxi to assigned gate.
Maverick 69er heavy. Gate Echo 10. Taxi at pilot's discretion.
Gate Echo 10 taxi at my discretion. Nav Air 69er heavy.
I don't know why the speed spoilers are up. All right, well, we taxi back. What have we learned? Well, it's just not quite right. So, you know, the software stuff, that's airline dependent. I'll give them that. Takeoff data is very important. And BeyondATC is a good basic program, but you need to be able to get TPS data, change runways, have it do the right runway because that runway was too short for what we were doing. Obviously, in real life, you would query the controller and try to do something else. You wouldn't just accept it like we did, but you know, for the sake of this is a video game and just for funsies. Departure, everything seemed okay, and then going in, they put us on an arrival that was not suitable for our aircraft. And again, I don't know why, because that's not what we filed. And then beyond that, landing. Came in, usually, even if you're doing the visual, you want to back it up by the ILS, and they'll give you vectors for, it'll still look the same. So the short vectors at 1,000 feet, I don't know why it did that. And then the aircraft going self-aware with the auto throttles, that's weird. It oversped. I know a lot of people have said in the past, on the last video, hey, you know, fly it like a real airplane, turn off the automation, which we did, but you know, in a game like this, I kind of want to see what it's going to do before doing all that. So that's why I kind of let it go, because I don't understand. I was trying to figure out why it was doing what it did. And then once we were kind of, it wasn't quite a go-around, we never got established. BeyondATC really didn't have an answer for that and didn't know how to handle it. So we kind of gave ourselves vectors back. And then again, auto throttles. In the airplane, you leave the auto throttles on all the time. It's very rare that you turn them both off. I mean, you turn one off if you lose an engine, but you don't turn them both off. So it seemed like it was like thinking it was doing some kind of stall protection logic, but then it oversped up to 300 knots. I'm not 100% sure why it did that. And then on final, it got a little wonky, so I honestly don't know why it does it. So that's not realistic. And then it turned them off, and airspeed control is kind of a problem. And that's probably just because of how I got my throttle set up. The sensitivity level is different. It's made for fighters, not this. But it looked like there was a lot of wind shifting on final because we were plus or minus 10 knots just instantaneously as we descended. Landing, the landing was weird. The airplane is much more stable than that. It's easier to land than that. And then the thrust reverser, that's a Microsoft Flight Sim thing with this throttle. I don't know how. I've got it mapped, and it seemed like it was in reverse, but it wasn't really slowing down, so not real sure what. But obviously, it's harder to see on the monitor. You know, that's what I'm using. So, but we got stopped. I did manual braking. On the airplane, when you go manual braking, it should say auto brakes off. It did not do that. So, yeah. Overall, fun. There is E10 is like way over. Way on the other side there. I got to go to Alpha. So anyway, that's kind of it, you know. And spoilers still being up. No idea. I don't know why. Spoilers are down. They shouldn't be up. Up. There they go. Okay. So weird simism. But so anyway, clearing the runway, what you do, you turn these off. Probably just leave the taxi light and the strobe if you wanted. Turn the APU on. Oh, look, it's Gonky again, trying to drag races. I actually probably need to let them go. Because we need to be on Alpha. We'll take the next one because it's a bigger taxiway. So that's it. That's what happened. I don't know what else to really debrief on. It's tough because, you know, it's nothing like what you just spent a month training on. So I would say, is this something that I would use to feel like I was proficient? Absolutely not. I think it's so different that it would be negative training. It's just not even close. But is it a fun? Yeah. I mean, if the difference is between training for something and just doing it for fun, I would say, hell yeah, it's, you know, for fun, it's great. But for, you know, is it study level? Well, not for my company, not for what I need, because there's a lot of stuff that's just wrong. And like the automation stuff, I mean, how do you do a Cat 3 auto land if you can't get it to work? So I would say close but no cigar. And then this guy, what's he doing? Lasso? Land and hold short? Or is he just stuck on the runway? I do want to try the X-Plane 12 version to see if that's any better. But because X-Plane, I just got 12, and I think X-Plane actually looks pretty realistic. I think they fixed a lot of stuff, but I don't know. You're not going to get a whole lot from something that's off the shelf, you know. As for BeyondATC, I didn't talk because, you know, if you're pilot flying, you don't talk. Pilot monitoring is the one that talks. I have tried it talking, and it's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. If you're brand new to IFR flying, I think it's good enough to get you out the gate. But if you want true realism, it's just not there. And some of these vectors, I mean, this is just, like I said, even if you're on, I don't know why they swapped me to the turboprop arrival, and I don't know why the short vectors inside the final approach fix at 1,000 feet. That's just, it's too low, and that there's nobody that's going to do that. Not even Boston. Especially not with a heavy like this, you know. I mean, Mover 6.9 heavy is a little different than... And why is it Mavair? I've filed as Mover. I don't know where it got Mavair from. I think this is E10 off on the corner here. And that's not even the right kind of gate for us. Yeah, that gate's not going to work anyway. Oh, they put somebody at our gate. So we didn't even make it to a gate. Yep, well, we've just made it somebody else's problems. Yeah, it's goofy. Yeah, so it needs work. But anyway, let's set the parking brake. All right, park to people. Chop 1 and 2. Or left and right, because there is no 1 and 2 on this airplane. Flight deck door. There. Left. All right, and then shutdown checklist. Let's see how different that is. Parking brake is set, and it knows if the parking brake's set. Weather radar, we've turned off earlier. The FO would come over here, turn off the transponder, and shutdown checklist is complete. I do like that about this airplane, is that it's closed loop, so it knows when the checklist is complete. Most of the time, you don't have to read anything. And then secure checklist, we're looking for the left right center, which happened real fast. Start a 3-minute timer because it goes through its power down built-in test. And after the 3 minutes, we'll turn off that. But anyway, that's it. Shut down, get out, go meet your commute home. Pretty cool, but needs some work. We made it safely, though. Didn't die, despite our best efforts. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, just for entertainment purposes, doesn't represent anything, just a joke, just for funsies. We'll see you later.